In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to create gradient button in GoHighLevel with CSS. First, open your GoHighLevel dashboard so we can work inside your account. From the main menu, head over to Sites. This is where all your websites and funnels live. Next, choose Websites to see a list of the sites you can edit. Pick the site you want to work on. In my example, it's a demo project, but you'll select your own live or staging site. Open the page or template you want to update so the page builder loads. Once the editor is open, locate the button you want to style and open its settings. Inside the Settings panel, go to the Color section. This is where the visual controls for your button live, and it's the quickest way to confirm how your button is currently styled. Turn the gradient option on. Enabling this tells GoHighLevel. We're going to use a gradient background instead of a solid color. You'll immediately see default gradient colors, which is helpful for previewing changes as we go. Now switch over to the CSS area. This lets us add a clean, reusable style instead of editing the same button over and over. In the CSS class field, type the word highlight. We're going to use that as the class name for our button. Then define the gradient style for that class. For example, you can add something like highlight, background, linear gradient, netbar 90 degrees, 2575 FC, color, Nissan fin, border, none. You can change the colors to match your brand, adjust the angle to control the direction of the gradient, and keep the text color high contrast for readability. If your button has extra padding or a border you don't want, you can also override those properties here. When you're happy with the gradient, save your changes. Saving locks in the CSS so it can be applied anywhere on the page or across your site. Finally, apply the highlight class to your button. If you see highlight appear as a tag or option in the class list, click it to assign it to the button. If there's a plain input for classes, just make sure highlight is present there. Once applied, your button will inherit the gradient styling you just created. That's it. You've opened your dashboard, navigated to your site and page, adjusted the color settings, turned the gradient on, added the CSS, saved, and applied the highlight class. Your button should now display a smooth, attention-grabbing gradient that's easy to maintain and reuse across your pages.